Running a creative business for over a decade now has taught me a lot of lessons. I've had great successes and great failures. So here are 10 guiding principles that have shaped my journey and hopefully will help you as you embark on or continue on your journey as a creative professional. When I started the Inside Picture Company back in 2013, it was my passion and love for storytelling, filmmaking, and production in general that drove me to want to do that to begin with. That was the impetus for me wanting to start my own business. I mean, I'm sure that a number of other factors, including not wanting to work for someone else and the idea that there was a possibility for endless growth in owning my own business, was a big part of it. But really, it was that passion for creativity that drove me. And a decade in now, I see that it's that passion and the love for the actual craft and the thing that you're doing that is going to drive you. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be days when it feels like, fuck man, I should just go get a job somewhere. I want to give up. You want to lean into things that feel safer and more comfortable. You have to hold on to that passion for what you do. Otherwise, I don't think you can make it. If you don't love it enough, whatever that thing is that makes you creative, you have to love, you have to hold on to it, and you have to keep that passion burning for it. Number 2, embrace continuous learning. We're taught this idea that you go to school or you're educated or you learn something and then you have those skills and that's it. You just kind of go on with the rest of your life. Nothing could be further from the truth. As we have seen in the past couple of years, things in our world change so rapidly. You've got to keep up with that stuff. And to do that, you've got to have this love for learning. You've got to continually want to hone your craft, understand more about the business, understand what people need. As the creative industry evolves, techniques will change. The needs of the marketplace will change. Underlying all of it, the same principles will likely always apply. You've got to continuously learn and keep growing. Otherwise, you're going to die. Value your network. Oh my God, it's so true. It's all about who you know. And that doesn't mean you have to know someone way at the top, but you have to know and interact with other people, whether that's virtually, in person, or through parasocial relationships that are developed on social networks. You've got to build out that network because there will be an interdependence that is required for you to survive. You've got to know people who you can bring into your fold to collaborate with. You've got to know people who can engage your services and hire you. And it's easy to overlook how much time and energy you have to put into sustaining and building that network. It really does have to be a concentrated effort and a ritual that you develop over time and consistently apply in order to keep yourself and your business healthy and alive and vibrant with clients. Client relationships matter. If you're in a creative business, ultimately you have clients that are expecting things from you and that you have promised you will deliver a certain quantity and quality of goods for. Those relationships, making sure that your client is satisfied, making sure that you are giving everything you have of yourself and of your organization to them is the lifeblood of sustaining something over time. I have been in business for 11 years now, and I have some relationships that started in that first year of business that I continue with today. Some of those clients have stayed with me for over a decade. And that's because every project I do for them, I go as hard as I can for them. They know and I know that what I'm delivering to them is my best. And they know that I'm gonna stick it out with them and I'm gonna create for them until they're happy and I'm happy. And that's a big deal. Maintaining that relationship and having just a healthy back and forth with your clients is going to serve you long term. Otherwise, you're going to be sort of a fly-by-night operation. Quality over quantity. In a world flooded with content, I've said it before and I'll say it again, quality stands out over quantity. There are a lot of gurus out there who tell you that create, put it out there, 50 pieces of content today. And I'm sure there's some value to feeding the algorithm in that way. But if you're looking at a creative career long-term, you've got to create things that people give a shit about and have a quality foundation to them. If you're churning out garbage, the fall off for engagement and fans, clients is going to be really short. So even though you want to make a lot of work and you may be hungry and passionate to create a large volume of things, make sure that quality is at the forefront of everything you do. Adaptability is key. I mean, it's along the lines of continuously learning, but things in the creative professional world are constantly changing. When I began my journey as a professional out of college, I thought making feature films was the end all and be all. And as we've seen very acutely in the past couple of years, things have changed so radically that that is no longer really a viable forward trajectory. I say that to say, you've got to be able to pivot and dodge and weave with what the marketplace needs and what's happening in the world. When COVID hit, we all had to be flexible and adapt and figure out how to make a living and thrive in a world that was turned upside down. So it's a small example of the larger message here, which is that over time, you've got to be adaptable to the changes in the world and the changes in the way that the world needs you. Stay true to your vision. I think this message can get really diluted and swept up in people's egos. What I mean by staying true to your vision is that have a vision that you clearly communicate to your clients, to your collaborators, and be true to that vision, but don't be so rigid and wrapped up in your ego that you don't let better ideas permeate what you want. You've got to stay true to your vision. You've got to say what you want, pursue that and create it, but you've also got to be smart enough to let other good ideas in. Manage your finances wisely. This one is so often overlooked by creatives. It's easy to lean into this starving artist idea that I just pursue my creative pursuits and I don't worry about those practical things like retirement or managing my money. And as someone who did once adopt that mindset, I can tell you that your work will be so much better when your house is in order. When you have a sound foundation for your finances and your money is in the right place, not only is your business going to be better, but you are going to be a better creative. You're going to be a better artist. When you can sleep at night knowing that you've got some runway in the bank and that you understand how money is coming and going in and out of your life, things open up and change in a way you can't understand until you make that switch. It's really easy to take a shit on people who are concerned with money or want to build and grow wealth, but I really think that it's part and parcel of creating great, meaningful, creative work in this world, because without one, you really can't do the other. So take it seriously. Self-care is crucial. We've all been there. Super late night after late night, we're burnt out, we're grinding so hard, we want to get the project done, we want to get it live, we want to get it out there, and time goes by and we're just depleted. We're run down, we get sick, we look like shit. That's not taking care of yourself, and that is not a sustainable way to approach a creative career. So I'm here to tell you, take care of yourself. Ritualize taking care of yourself. I don't start my day anymore without some self-care routines. It can be as simple as making sure you get a walk in the morning, or you're eating right, or you're meditating, whatever your particular constellation of things that make you your best are, make sure you prioritize that. Celebrate your milestones. This is a big one, guys. We all have these vision boards, right? I want to make this much money a year. I want to produce this much of this. I want to win this award. Those are great long-term big goals, but if you're not taking time on the journey to the big goal to celebrate the small wins, you're going to get burnt out. It feels good to know that you're making incremental steps towards the big goal and that you're celebrating those for yourself and with the people around you. If you have a team of creatives you work with, it's important that you all take time to celebrate what's going right and how you're moving things forward. Reflecting on these past 10 years, these principles that I just shared with you have really been my compass. They've helped me through the ups and the downs, and I had to figure them out along the way. So hopefully this distillation gives you a little crumb into what can make a creative pursuit, a creative business really healthy for you as a whole person, not just as an artist, but as someone who's living in this world and wants to exist and grow and create a life for yourself, upon which the foundation is your creative business. So I hope this was helpful to you. Enjoy.